The MIAA Volleyball semifinal matchup is here, and we're here at Mount St. Joe for this match between the #1 seeded Mount St. Joe Gales and your Gilman Greyhounds, trying to make their 7th consecutive championship appearance with a win today.
It's incredible. Kind of a dynasty, you may say.
An empire indeed. And we've officially started as Owen Holmgren with the tip to start us off. They're going to say that one. No, it looked like they were going to call that into the antenna, but Mount St. Joe is in the net, so Gilman takes the first point. Senior captain Halden Ginsberg in to serve now. And a swing outside into the Gilman block, and Mount St. Joe struggling to get it over, but they do. Gilman on the offensive now. Tompkins goes far side to Holmgren again, and they connect. People notice all the time how Foster just has incredible hops, and he just seems to float off the court, as well as Halpert with the swing passed up by Mount St. Joe. Tidings with the swing off the hands of. Back to the MIAA Volleyball semifinals. #4 seed Greyhounds taking on the top seeded Gales at Mount St. Joe. And Mount St. Joe coming out with a little fire out of the timeout. Pass by Plumey to Remedi, going far side to Tidings into the Gilman block. Foster and Kavanaugh there to put it right back in Tidings' hands. They were up 20-13, now only 20-15. Greyhounds with a swing, and John Kavanaugh's good, right down the middle. Great play. Anticipation was there as Matangi Han with the serve. 22-15 in favor of the Hounds. Carr with the swing into the block of Shelby and Holmgren. Gilman only 2 points away from taking the first set here at Mount St. Joe. Gilman's really been pulling away. So now 9 chances to take the first set. Matangi Han with the pass. Now Remedi goes middle, and miscommunication by the Gales gives Gilman the first set over the top-seeded the top-seeded Gales. Gilman student section going wild as Gilman leads 1-0 at MSJ. We'll be back to bring you the second set on GTV. Strong serve. Benjamin Torres has definitely got to be happy with this serving that the Hounds have had so far tonight. Owen Holmgren with the swing into the MSJ block, but Matangi Han is there for the pass. Another back row swing by Halpert, and he's good. Carr with the swing middle, but Gilman's there. Holmgren giving a top spin pass to Mount St. Joe. They're having a little trouble, so Gilman's going to have a free ball. But Jake Tompkins is there. Jordan Foster tries to go around with the one-legged hop to confuse the other teams. So that's been working for the Hounds well all season. Owen Holmgren's also been working well for the Hounds as he records another kill. This is very much when we've seen Jordan Foster heat up in recent matchups. But John Kavanaugh is here on this point as he gets another tip down. MSJ gets it over. Once more, Gilman on the offensive, this time to Foster. And he's good. Gilman takes a 2-set lead here at Mount St. Joe.
There it is, John. I think that's just what Jordan Foster needed. Once he gets one, the others come. So maybe we're seeing the best Hounds team we've seen all year.
We know Gilman always a little slow in the regular season, but prone to heat up in the postseason. No different here as Gilman leading 2-0 in sets over the top-seeded Gales. Shelby with the swing, but Mount St. Joe's there for the pass. Remedi sets to Rupert. Gilman with it now. Tompkins going to go middle to Shelby again, and that falls on the Gale side of the court, and Gilman takes the first point of the third set. Halden Ginsberg goes back to serve. Remedi with the set middle, this time to Carr, and he's good. Holmgren is there for the pass as Halpert with a swing. Tompkins with it now, back to Foster, and Foster gets one of the first kills of the night. Burke with the back row swing. Foster once again, and he connects.
There it is, John. He's starting to heat up, as we were talking about. He heats up late.
Now another chance, this time by Tidings, who gives a tip. And a back row swing by Halpert. Back and forth this point. As a back row swing by Burke is perfect there. Now Burke a free ball to Gilman. And we see Foster once again, and he finishes it off. Gilman offense coming out again as Halpert has a back row swing. Good tip by Carr, but looked like Holmgren was there. And Jordan Foster right down the line, striping it as Gilman ties it up at 14 apiece. Tompkins sets again to Foster. That seemed like a good choice, as Foster has been perfect in this third set.
He has been unstoppable, John.
Tompkins sets to Kavanaugh, and he's good. John Kavanaugh right down the middle of the MSJ side of the court.
I'm just telling it like it is.
Tompkins gives it to Foster again, and he has just not missed this entire set as he ties us up at 20.
I'm just telling it like it is.
Remedi back sets to Tidings. Gilman's defense is there as Halpert tips it over. Mount St. Joe with another try. Gilman thought that was a hold, but either way, Gilman gets the ball back. Holmgren with the swing into Mount St. Joe's block. Gilman with a match point. Now Gilman with it. Tompkins goes slide play to Shelby. Ball still in play as Tompkins is forced to give it back row to Halpert. Remedi gives it middle to Carr. Going back and forth, finally falling on Gilman's side of the court.
Tough one there for the Hounds as we're going to go farther than 25, as this gym is absolutely electric. Both student sections very into the game.
As that will give Mount St. Joe the set point as opposed to Gilman. Hounds with it now. Shelby with a missed swing, and we're headed to a fourth. We saw a huge lead from MSJ early, 11-3, then Gilman was able to tie it back up 15 apiece. Then it was just back and forth from there, and MSJ somehow finished it off as they pick up right where they left off. A cheeky play by Remedi as he tips it over, and Lucas Matangihan not quite able to get that one up. Heavy serve by Mount St. Joe as Holmgren with the swing now, but Carr is there for a block as Mount St. Joe leads 3-2 in the fourth set.
A lot just does not seem to be there tonight with Jackson Shelby. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe he's having an off night, or maybe those MSJ front row is getting up there and blocking him.
Holmgren with another swing, but Mount St. Joe blockers showing what they can do. Going back and forth, the referee's really having to step in, make some tough calls. Kavanaugh with it now, and he's good. Goes right into the libero, Jason Kalanock, who can't get it up. Pass by Matangihan. Foster with the swing now, and he's good. Different story now, as the last set MSJ took it 26-24. Now Mount St. Joe leading as Foster with the swing. Gilman gets it back though. He's going to have to tip it over. Remedi sets it middle to Carr, who has no trouble putting it down on Gilman's side of the court. Trying to send this one into a fifth. Tompkins goes far side to Halpert, and he's blocked. Tompkins goes the back set to Shelby, who tips it over. And now Remedi gives it to Burke. Blocked by Gilman. That's Jake Tompkins, the setter, with the block.
That's just what Gilman needed right there. Can't afford to fall down by 8 at this crucial point in the set.
MSJ leads at 19-13. Tompkins goes outside to Halpert, who goes down the line, and he's fired up after that kill. Tompkins gives a serve. Remedi gives a back set to Burke, who tips it over. Wallace Halpert somehow gets it with a hook pass, but Burke is there to put it right back on their side of the court as Mount St. Joe gets to 20, only 5 points away from sending us to a fifth.
Going into this fifth set, it's really going to be important for Gilman to come out hot, because if you don't, it's only a 15-point set. It's not like the others where it's 25. It's sudden death to 15.
Absolutely. The one exception to a slow fifth set start seems to be Gilman's comeback against Loyola. And so we'll see how these teams respond in a fifth set as we'll head there right now. 5-2 served by Mount St. Joe. Tompkins gives a back row set to Holmgren, who gives a down ball. Now Carr in the middle, blocked by Kavanaugh, who gets his own block and passes it to Tompkins. Now the set to Halpert once again, and he finds the fault in Mount St. Joe's defense. Burke with the serve. Halpert passes to Tompkins, who gives to Holmgren, and he connects.
Michael Malice, serving specialist for the Hounds. See if he can get something going, because none of the serves have clearly been there.
Great serve by him. What a float serve by Malice, hard and low. And Mount St. Joe can't even get it to go forward. Tips right off the hands of the defense. Another good one for Malice. 2 aces in a row for Malice. 11-9. Gilman working their way back into it.
That's what he's here for. As this is and MSJ calls a timeout, awaiting the most crucial point in the match, as everyone is coming on now.
Another good float.
Wow.
MSJ somehow gets it over.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's over the antenna. That's 3 aces in a row for Michael Malice, John. 15-15 in the final set.
As the credits all roll down, crying.
Burke another set, tipped it. Halpert somehow gets it over with a one arm. Now Burke again with the swing. I have no idea how, but that somehow goes over. Burke another tip, and he finds the out of bounds on Gilman's side.
As Gilman will have a match point here.
As an electric environment gets even more intense now. Matangihan with the serve. Remedi sets. Gilman with the ball now, and Halper with the back row swing. Burke gives it over to Gilman on the offensive. Tompkins just going to tip that one over instead, as Burke has another chance and finds the crack in Gilman's defense.
Can a team finally break a point?
Float serve by MSJ. Halpert passes to Tompkins, and Halpert with the tip. MSJ gets it up, and Burke's going to tip it over. Miscommunication from Gilman, but Halpert will be there to downball it. Carr tries for the basketball dunk. Gilman's thought it was a...
As that's huge, John. They've got the 6th point coming. Could this be the one? I mean, this is incredible.
We've seen 5th sets, but none like this.
Never. I mean, to get to the 21-22 range in a 5th set is almost unheard of in the sport.
Burke passes to Remedi, who goes far side back to Burke. Matangihan there for the pass. Tompkins to Kavanaugh. Tidings passes to Remedi. The swing by MSJ into Gilman's block, but MSJ is there. Another chance for Burke. Looked like that was going long. Halper kept it in though. Halper with a back row swing, passed up by Tidings. Remedi gives it middle to Carr. Gilman gonna have to give a free ball, and that's not gonna go over.
Wow. This is incredible. Number 8, John. Number 8. You can just keep counting.
We used to have it all, but now's our curtain call. So hold for the applause.
Jake Tompkins serves. Tidings passes to Remedi, who goes middle. Tompkins with the set again, this time to Foster, and he finishes it. Gilman upsets the top-ranked Mount St. Joe Gales at home to get their first win at MSJ since 2016. Gilman to their 7th straight MIAA volleyball final.
And of course, it is number 1, Jordan Foster. The guy who has not played volleyball up until his senior year in high school. He elected to play this year as the student section is going crazy. What a game from the Hounds, and what a game from West Baltimore as the Hounds take it, John.
An amazing scene at Mount St. Joe. Hundreds upon hundreds of fans piled in for this one, and it lived up to the expectations.